Hey everyone, welcome. Have you ever looked at a price tag that says 487 and wondered, is that closer to 480 or 490? Or maybe your teacher asked you to round 3.456 to the nearest tenth and you weren't sure what to do. Well, today we're going to tackle exactly that. We're learning how to round decimals to the nearest tenth and the nearest hundredth. Stick with us. By the end of this video, you'll be a rounding pro. Before we round, let's do a quick place value review. In any decimal number, the digits after the decimal point have special names. The first digit right after the decimal point is in the tenths place. The second digit is in the hundredths place. And the third digit is in the thousandths place. For example, in the number 3.456, the 4 is in the tenths place, the 5 is in the hundredths place, and the 6 is in the thousandths place. Knowing your place values is the key to rounding correctly. Here's the golden rule you need to memorize. When rounding, always look at the digit just to the right of the place you're rounding to. If that digit is 5 or greater, you round up. If that digit is 4 or less, you round down, which means you just keep the digit the same. Then you drop everything after your rounded digit. This rule works every single time, whether you're rounding to the nearest tenth, hundredth, or any other place. Let's see it in action. Let's focus on rounding to the nearest tenth first. Here are the steps. Step 1. Find the tenths digit. That's the first digit after the decimal point. Step 2. Look at the hundredths digit, which is right next to it. Step 3. If the hundredths digit is 5 or more, add 1 to the tenths digit. If it's 4 or less, leave the tenths digit alone. Step 4. Drop everything after the tenths place. Let's try a real example together right now. Now let's talk about rounding to the nearest hundredth. This is super useful when working with money. The steps are the same, just shifted one place. Find the hundredths digit. That's the second digit after the decimal. Then look at the thousandths digit right beside it. If the thousandths digit is 5 or more, round the hundredths digit up. If it's 4 or less, keep the hundredths digit the same. Then drop everything after the hundredths place. This is exactly how we round prices at the store. Let's walk through our first example together. We want to round 3.47 to the nearest tenth. First, let's place it on a number line to get a feel for where it lives. It sits between 3.4 and 3.5. Now let's apply our rule. The tenths digit is 4, and the hundredths digit is 7. Since 7 is greater than or equal to 5, we round up. The tenths digit goes from 4 to 5, so 3.47 rounded to the nearest tenth is 3.5. Great job! Let's try another one. This time we're rounding 8.62 to the nearest tenth. The tenths digit is 6. Now we check the hundredths digit. It's 2. Since 2 is less than 5, we round down, which means we keep the tenths digit exactly the same. We just drop the 2. So 8.62 rounded to the nearest tenth is 8.6. Notice we dropped everything after the tenths place. On the number line, 8.62 is much closer to 8.6 than to 8.7. Makes sense, right? Now let's use rounding to the nearest hundredth, and we'll use a money example. Imagine something costs 5.348. That's unusual, but let's round it to the nearest cent, which is the nearest hundredth. The hundredths digit is 4. We check the thousandths digit. It's 8. Since 8 is 5 or more, we round up. The 4 in the hundredths place becomes 5. So 5.348 on rounded to the nearest hundredth is 5.35. That's how stores round prices to the nearest cent. Here's a tricky one. Let's round 12.905 to the nearest hundredth. The hundredths digit is 0. Now check the thousandths digit. It's 5. Since 5 is exactly equal to 5, we round up, so that 0 in the hundredths place becomes 1. Therefore, 12.905 rounded to the nearest hundredth is 12.91. Don't let that 0 fool you. The rule is always the same. 5 or more means round up, no matter what digit is in the place you're rounding. Nice work working through that one. Did you know that batting averages in baseball are decimals? Let's say a player's exact batting average is 0.2857. Reporters usually round to the nearest thousandth, but let's practice rounding to the nearest tenth and hundredth. To the nearest tenth, the tenths digit is 2, and the hundredths digit is 8. Since 8 is 5 or more, we round up. 0.2857 becomes 0.3. To the nearest hundredth, the hundredths digit is 8, and the thousandths digit is 5. Round up. 0.2857 becomes 0.29. Cool, right? Math shows up everywhere in sports. Let's do one more real-life problem. At the state fair, you measure a ribbon that is 2.763 meters long. Round to the nearest tenth and nearest hundredth. For the nearest tenth, tenth's digit is 7, hundredth's digit is 6. That's 5 or more, so round up to 2.8. For the nearest hundredth, hundredth's digit is 6, thousandth's digit is 3. That's 4 or less, so keep it as 6. The answer is 2.76. Let's see that step by step. Parents, this is a great one to practice together at home with a ruler. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when rounding. First, always look to the right of the place you're rounding, not to the left. Second, round in one single step, don't chain round multiple times. Third, sometimes you need to keep a zero, like writing 350 instead of 3.5 when precision matters. And fourth, if the digit is exactly 5, always round up. Some people get confused and round down when they see 5, but the rule is always 5 or more means round up. Keep these tips in mind and you'll avoid most errors. Awesome work today, everyone. Let's recap what we learned. When rounding decimals to the nearest tenth, find the tenths digit and check the hundredths digit to decide. When rounding to the nearest hundredth, find the hundredths digit and check the thousandths digit. The golden rule never changes. 5 or more, round up, 4 or less, keep it the same. Then drop everything after your rounded place. Practice these steps with a few problems tonight and you'll have it down in no time. You've got this! Teachers and parents, try making up decimal rounding challenges using prices from receipts or sports stats. It makes great practice.